Hi guys, and welcome to week 14 of 23 weeks of growing food. We've transplanted some of the tomatoes. We have a few left here. There's just a few left there, and we'll do that this week. The mints here looking good. We have a lot of good germination there, and that's one of the coolest things. I will get out through here because I can. Guys, one of the things that is going to be the earliest harvest at the farm is cucumbers. Let me show you one cool one. Let's check this out. Check this cucumber out. So I need to stake these guys like really fast because we don't want them being on the ground. Now the other problem we've had is aphids, and the reason I believe we've gotten aphids is, oh, there's another here. There's another one there, another huge one. The reason I believe we've gotten aphids is because the plants look weak. So the cucumbers do not look as strong, and I feel like the main challenge they're having is nitrogen. I want to get alfalfa meal or alfalfa pellets, and we will use these to supplement the nitrogen or as a fertilizer for the nitrogen. Alfalfa pellets are very good. They're slow release. It's hard to leach away. They need to be broken down by the bacteria in the soil into a useful nitrogen, but they're also in a way to some extent readily available for the plants. Done putting water on those guys look okay. I need to open up there. I've opened up this place here and down there so that we have good airflow inside here. Zucchinis are bringing out flowers, though these are all male flowers. That means they don't have any zucchini on them. So usually the flower that forms the zucchini has a zucchini behind it, and then there's a flower. It's the same for pumpkins, the same for cucumbers, the same for watermelons and squash. So usually there's a tiny squash and flower. That's the female flower, or the one that will have the squash. We have a couple of these growing here. That's one. There's another one here, still quite tiny, but yes, a cucumber will be the first harvest. So there's one. I'm not counting my harvest. There's 1, 2 there, 3 growing on that plant. This one's been infested by, what are these called, aphids. I've been trying to get rid of them by just squashing them with my hands. That's another. So we have a couple of them growing, a couple of them forming on the plants. That's interesting. So this is going to be our first harvest, and we are going to harvest them and gladly eat them. So I'll take that one out, but not today. Maybe we just give it some time to just see how big it can grow, and then I'll take it off. And we haven't staked them because I haven't bought the strings to stake them, but we'll do that. Look at the work I have today. You guys may think I'm growing these are weeds. So this is broccoli there, this is broccoli, another broccoli there. You can see the different color, and then these are weeds, so many weeds, but I'm just going to get rid of them easily. The beetroots are doing well. I don't know, I've not had these beetroots grow as vigorously as any beetroot I've grown. I grew beetroots over there and they were growing pretty quick, very quickly. The cabbage is looking good. Now let me get to the work, let me get to it. I was checking on the seedlings and I'm seeing good growth from the zucchinis. Watermelons are yet to come out. There's one popping out there, and I think I saw another popping out. The cabbage, the broccoli, and all these guys are doing well. And we have what's this? Eggplant. So I'm putting some eggplant. I've planted eggplant before, very easy plants, and well, they're not very easy, but they're easier than many other plants that are heavy feeders. We've mixed squash and we have squash and pumpkins here. The pumpkin we have is called sweet sugar. It's the orange kind of pumpkin. So we want to have a number of those. I'm looking for the other variety, the the one that usually has green in it. We're kind of changing things up in the greenhouse. We want to remove the wood chips with chicken poop and put them outside to compost. So we've designated a composting area. We're cleaning out the greenhouse a bit. So we are taking out the wood chips here. These are wood chips that chickens have pooped on, so they should be composting by now. So we're going to take them out and cover them so that the nitrogen in there doesn't leach away with the rains, because we're having rains lately. And we're planning on leaving this spot as a spot for chicks. So the plan is, we have chickens that are brooding. We have 2 chickens that are broody. I had 5 chickens that were broody. We didn't give them eggs because I wanted them to keep laying, and then they took a long time before they started laying again. But now I have 2 chickens that are broody in this tractor here. Now what I'm going to be doing is, I won't be leaving the chicks with the mothers. I'll be taking the chicks away from the mothers and creating a brooder for the chicks, so the mothers get back into laying eggs. That way we'll multiply the number of chickens we have. We have a sad story. There's someone we were expecting to get chickens for us that kind of conned us. And so it brought us to this place of, why don't we just buy our own, start our own, why don't we just grow our own numbers? So of course there's a technique to that. You have to be very careful with a cock. You have to kind of replace the cock every 6 months ish, so that you don't have inbreeding happening. And yeah, that's what we're doing. And then you also have to kind of watch out for the young cocks that come from that cock that, there isn't inbreeding as well, so you kind of have to split them out, things like that. So I'm more about increasing numbers, not breeding yet, but maybe breeding in the future. Something we didn't plant in the 23 weeks of growing food time, but we didn't plant because it was already there. We have many plants of that, is green pepper, and I did a couple of videos on me harvesting green pepper. So the green pepper was kind of struggling, and we didn't know why it was struggling. When we watered this green pepper, we watered close to the plants, and we didn't water very deeply around the plants or widely. So I believe the roots are spread out, and the plant has its roots spread out, and so it meant we would have to water all around it to kind of get it getting water. Now when the rains came, these guys improved. So we have seen improvement with these guys, and there's multiple green peppers. This one has 2 there, 3. This one has 2. There's a couple of those there. So a lot of things I'm learning in these weeks of growing food. This one there has a couple of them. I don't want to count them, but yeah, it's just, you guys can see that's improved. I haven't been talking about them within the span of growing food. They're forming lots of leaves. I need to read about whether I should take the leaves off. But each plant has, literally each plant has green peppers, and actually I'm going to have to sell because I want to finish all of these. So the rains have actually helped me know what I should look out for. One thing I'm also learning is, as a farmer, you have to observe. Zucchinis are doing well, still bringing out male flowers. No flower has a zucchini. Looking for, ooh, there's a zucchini over there. This one, and the flower hasn't opened yet. That's a zucchini over there. So when this flower opens, I can actually manually just grab a male flower. I'll show you guys, but not today. Is there a male flower? Because that flower hasn't opened yet. So when the male flower opens and the female flower opens, there's a way you can get the male flower, and you actually just get the pollen to touch the, what was that thing called? Was it called the panther or something? To touch the, just get the pollen on the male flower to touch the female flower, and that's it.